to Mildred. The set for Esty. Esty hits in the wash. She digs it out. Then back over. Throws, swings it! 18 minutes of the season on a Sam Thrower termination.
Thank you for watching this episode of Inside IU Volleyball with head coach Sherry Dunbar. I'm Cody Sherritt. Coach, how was your weekend?
You know, I just said to you before we started this, I said, finally we get to talk about something positive. And not that things haven't been positive, but just a win. You know, it's nice to finally talk about a win on Monday morning. So my weekend was good. You know, having all the senior festivities and having Nebraska come to town for the first time. And then obviously the big Iowa win. It was a fun weekend.
And you guys lost against number 2 Nebraska Friday night, but you guys played well, especially Kelsey Marshall and Morgan Leach.
Yeah, I thought we were very competitive. You know, it's kind of the same old story. The consistency with the errors is a big problem for us and something we've worked on all season. And individually, I think it's getting better for some people, but as a team, we still, multiply the errors up. But yeah, Morgan hitting over 500 in that Nebraska match, and Marsh having 16 kills in 3 sets and hitting over 400. And I thought our setters played well. I thought Caitlin Cox played well. So there were some individual efforts that I really liked to see. And I think the challenge I made for them after the Nebraska match was, for the people that played well, was to put together back-to-back performances. Nebraska, Iowa. Because we've seen that before, where one really great match and then we don't see that person again do the same type of effort. And I challenged the people that didn't have a good match against Nebraska to really step up, and join that. So that was nice to see against Iowa. Sam, step up and do some really great things. Morgan stay fairly consistent. Marsh stay consistent for back-to-back. So those were good stories.
Let's talk about that Iowa match.
Okay.
You guys are down 2 sets to none.
Yeah.
It's looking like 18th straight loss is coming. What did you say in the locker room between sets 2 and 3 that really flipped the switch?
Yeah, I know. They think it was like some magical formula or something, and it absolutely wasn't. We spent most of the time out in the area between the locker room and the gym as coaches talking about lineup and making some decisions about what switches we wanted to make, and I think we made some good switches there. But more importantly, I just walked in and I said, look, there was nothing I was going to say to make a dramatic change. It was take ownership, make a decision how you want this night to end. You can do status quo and keep the energy level the same and, keep playing the same and we'll be out of here in 20-25 minutes. Or you can make a change and do something special for senior night and to find our first win. And it was really that. It wasn't, I challenged Melanie Hicks to play better, because we were going to have to go to one setter and have some more defense in there and more serving. And I thought she responded to that. I thought Sam responded to the challenge I gave her. So, it's just nice to see him make a change, to be honest. Sometimes we just stay the same way too much. And it's not for lack of trying, but, sometimes you try too much or you think you're making the change and you're not. And so just to see a multitude of people, because Marsh and Sam really were not that great in sets 1 and 2. They got 90% of their kills and blocks in sets 3, 4, and 5. So, as a team, I saw some dramatic changes. And Caitlin getting her career high in digs with 28, I think. And, at the end of the match, to see all 4 seniors on the court, to have them out there was really memorable, I think, for them.
And then in that 5th set, Sam Thrower puts away that final ball. Everybody meets at half court. Everybody's emotional, I'll admit.
Yeah.
Not a dry eye in the house. I got teared up, I'll admit.
Yeah.
What did you say to your team after that when you guys met? And then it was finally nice to hear the fight song.
Yeah, it was just indicative of our season, really, that night was, because, the fight has always been there, and I've never, ever thought that our kids have given up or not fought. So to see them down 0-2, and really come back and play some of their best volleyball, just together and emotional. You know, we didn't play great volleyball. We still made some errors, but I think we made 18 of our 24 errors in sets 1 and 2. So we've really played, I mean, hitting percentage-wise and everything, fairly good volleyball in 3, 4, and 5. So I was just really proud of them, I told them, for not only fighting, but then figuring out how to win at the end. And staying in control. They were really in control most of 3, 4, and 5. And they could have tanked it in, you know, and they didn't, and I was really proud of them for that.
And that was senior night, but now we take the focus on a couple of freshmen, Colleen Smith and Jennifer Smith, and I interviewed them this week. Colleen, Jennifer, they are not sisters, although they have the same last name as Smith. Really?
Yeah.
Yep. Lies on Inside IU Volleyball. Colleen is actually a very accomplished recorder player, as you may have seen on Mary Shinoin's blog.
Yes, I
How's
am.
it coming?
It's coming good.
Are you ready to play the national anthem against Penn?
No, not yet.
We need to get to practice.
Okay, I will.
Much like we did with Morgan Leach and Shantae George, these two are going to answer questions I asked them about each other. First, we start with Colleen. Jen was asked, what is your favorite song on the warm-up CD?
My favorite song on the warm-up CD would be How Will I Know?
And she got that one correctly. I posed the same question for for Colleen to answer about Jen.
This is IU.
This is Indiana?
Yeah.
She said, give me everything tonight.
How does it go? Oh, you don't even know that song?
Sing it, please.
It's like, tonight, I'm in love on you.
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
That
So-
was it.
So you guys have 1 point so far.
Yay.
Colleen, Jen was asked, who is your favorite celebrity with the last name of Smith?
Will.
This is a story all about how Colleen's 2 for 2. So you're a big Fresh Prince fan?
Yeah.
Can I see a Carlton dance?
Oh, not kids.
They're not cooperating today.
I sing.
Jen, Colleen was asked if you could be any animal, what kind of animal would you be?
An elephant. Oh, yeah!
3 points. They may beat Morgan and Shantae. Colleen, Jen was asked where your favorite place on the IU campus is.
My favorite place?
Maybe someplace you might frequent if you're hungry.
The creamery? Yes!
Colleen goes a perfect 3 for 3 tonight, as she correctly answered the Hoosier Creamery at Gresham Food Court. And to go 5 for 6, Jen. Colleen was asked, what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Cake spectacular. Oh, come on!
She said chocolate with Reese's. But you guys did a good job.
Okay.
You guys did a good job. 667. If that's a hitting percent, it's good. So you guys could be Hall of Famers if this were a hitting percent. And I think I'll have to go back and check, but I do think you beat Morgan and Shantae. So congratulations.
She was actually right, though.
You don't. Okay. You can't change it.
I know, but if I could choose anything, maybe that. But we always
I'm just glad I don't have to ask you the tiebreaker of naming your favorite IU volleyball broadcaster. I know. It would have been a stumper. But thank you guys so much for joining me, and the best of luck throughout your college careers.
Thank you.
Although Colleen and Jennifer, they're facing various ailments right now and can't play, they still add a lot to this team.
Yeah, you know, Colleen, I'm going to be honest, is one of the most positive people I've ever been around. She could be, you know, depressed and negative and all these things, and she comes in every day. She's got an illness, and so she's been out all season. But she comes in and she wants to be a part of the program. She wants to help the setters. She loves Indiana. So just to see that smile every day when she comes into practice makes me happy. And I think the support system that the team has given her has really made this, you know, an okay experience, I guess, as she's going through something really tough in her life. And so to have this second family, I think has been a blessing. And to be in Indiana, obviously, has been a blessing because we have great doctors and great trainers, and we're taking care of her. So, that's, 2 freshmen are having a tough year, and Jen's had a surgery on both of her legs so far and rehabbing now. So, I'm really hoping that both of them eventually can come back and play. It's going to take a lot of fight, and that's what the Big Ten is all about. There's a lot of injuries, a lot of illnesses that go on at this level, and it's all about the fight, and it's all about the team, and so we'll figure out a way to keep them going right now.
And the Big Ten grind continues as Friday night you head to State College, Pennsylvania to take on Penn State.
Yeah, our remaining 4 matches, everybody's ranked, in the top 25, so it's going to be a challenge in front of us. But we look forward to that challenge, and Penn State's been a little bit up and down, with Illinois sweeping them, and then them coming back and sweeping Northwestern. So very tough always to play at home, though. They have a great crowd, great home standing there of how they play volleyball at Penn State. And then heading over to play Ohio State, which will be on the Big Ten Network, which is fantastic. We've gotten a lot of airtime this year. And it's nice for our recruits, for our parents, for everybody to be able to see us on TV, and we're really happy about that.
And the match against Ohio State is Sunday. So how does having an off day in the middle kind of affect your planning and practice?
Kelsey and I were just talking about that. We're going to try to do. Obviously we'll practice for a couple hours on Saturday. Try to do something fun with the team. Whether a movie or just hanging out and get some extra studying in, because a lot of things coming up for them with school. So it's a nice day just to kind of do a lot of little things for them. But I hope we can have some fun. Only 2 weeks left of the season, so we really want to have some memories together as a team too.
And then following the win Saturday night against Iowa, you got a lot of Twitter traffic towards your account. So our tweet of the week this week comes from Sean Johnson. He says, "Happy that IU volleyball picked up the 5-set victory last night. Don't stop believing. Still your biggest fan." He's down in Gainesville, Florida now.
Sean is one of my all-time favorites. He was at Indiana, did his undergraduate and master's here, and is now down in Gainesville, but at every match, and just an inspirational person and somebody I just really have enjoyed getting to know, and he's always believed in our program since I was hired here, and so it's so nice to have him still following us, and that's great. We're expanding our fan base. People all over the country are following us. I just put on our Twitter account, we're over 1,800 followers now, and that's fantastic. People that are supporting our program, and most importantly, supporting what we're trying to do here and the type of players we have.
And you mentioned the 1,800 followers. I did a little research. That's 5th in the Big Ten, I believe. Okay. So
all right.
We need to step
Go
it up.
up it.
We need to
get on there. What, I don't even know what it is. At Indiana Volleyball, I think.
At IU Volleyball.
At IU Volleyball. It's our Twitter
So
account.
keep following. Send your tweets Coach Dunbar's way. We love interacting with fans.
I try to tweet as much as I can. I think it's, I was never a big social media, but it's so nice that people actually get to see a day in the life type thing. And so we try to send pictures out from practice or on the road, and so you get to know our players a little bit better, because I think it's hard. Before that you would have no idea what we actually do. So I think it's been fun for me to get our fans more involved.
Yeah, you love the Twit Pick feature, whether it's somebody sleeping on the bus or Coach K rocking Ivy's beats.
Whatever entertainment it is.
Thank you for watching this episode. Remember that you can listen to both matches this weekend, Friday and Sunday, on IUHoosiers.com. I'll have the call with Kyle Johnson. But thanks for watching this episode of Inside IU Volleyball. We'll be back next week.